Eddie's not paying attention, but I'm here, and so are you. And let's talk about ridiculousness. Welcome in to a Friday edition of Outside Shots. I am your host, Saul Bookman. That is Jump Shot 8 himself, Eddie Johnson.
You said Cole. You
sixth
said I
man.
was busy doing the Cole Open, so I'm continuing my busyness.
Yeah, sixth man of the year. Complete
That's why I was sixth
disregarder
man
of
of
the
the year.
professional
That's why I was sixth
aspect
man
of
of the
this
year. You know why?
podcast.
That's why I was sixth man.
A shout out to the porn star behind the Mac, Shane Diefenbach.
We're not doing that.
So
We're definitely not doing that.
Turn the camera to him.
Nope.
Turn the camera to him, please.
Oh, this is a way to start the
Good
Friday.
looking guy. Good looking guy.
Yeah, I mean the mustache is
He
gives
got a
you
good looking
70s
girl
retro
too.
vibes.
He got
It's
a good look.
fantastic.
He overachieved.
He did. He
He
absolutely
overachieved.
did. He did good in life. He did really good in life. Hopefully the Suns can do good in life. I don't even know where to start with all this mess.
This happens every show.
I mean,
It's like, okay, we're ready, we're locked in, here we go, and then chaos.
yeah, I mean, it
Well,
is
it's
what
not
it is, man.
chaos.
I mean, it's very representative of what's going on right now in the NBA and specifically with the Suns. It's
Yeah.
just they're trying to find a way to get Jimmy Butler, allegedly. They're trying to find a way to
Allegedly?
better their team, which is the truth. And it's just all over the place. So let's just kind of recap a little bit for those of you who have just been in a tunnel or a cave or whatever you want to say. Obviously, the Suns are trying to pursue Jimmy Butler. The Miami Heat don't want Bradley Beal in exchange for just Jimmy Butler. They want other assets. They want different assets. And so it's going to be complex because they're trying to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, all the entire league involved. That's what's happening right now. And then there's a little nugget this morning dropped about Zach LaVine. And yeah, I mean, Zach LaVine in a reported interest that the Suns could pursue him. Let's start there before we get to the Butler stuff, because obviously the Butler stuff has been talked about. But Zach LaVine just dropped this morning, even though it's kind of been a little bit of a rumor about Bradley Beal in Chicago potentially being a match. Do you know why that is? Why would Chicago be an ideal match for Bradley Beal?
I mean, his agent is there for one.
That's one, but also who did he play for in college?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Billy Donovan. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
yeah.
that.
So if there's anity that could
Florida, right?
unlock, Florida,
Yeah.
unlock Bradley Beal or get him back to where he should be, then
Wow.
maybe it'll be Billy Donovan, and maybe there's a little bit of comfort there.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Hey.
Reunited.
So listen, I'll say this about the Zach LaVine stuff that dropped this morning. The whole purpose of trading for Jimmy Butler was because Jimmy Butler is going to provide things that the Suns currently don't feel like they have at a high level. If you get Zach LaVine, I'm afraid you're trading one player for another player of similar style and skill sets. And so I feel like it's a little bit of the same redundancy issue that you have with Book, KD, and Beal as you would have with Book, KD, and LaVine. Now, LaVine is playing very, very well this year, so I think it would be a step up to some degree. Zach LaVine is shooting damn near 50% on pull-up threes off the dribble this season, which is insane. 47% off of the pull-up. Like, that's wild off the bounce. So, it's going to be a step up. But Jimmy Butler, to me, feels like he's the better fit for what the Suns need. If you're talking about you need to win a championship ASAP, I think the latter would probably be better.
I mean, all those guys are tremendous. Bradley Beal's having a great shooting year. So it's you're talking about players that can play, players that, if they make the adjustment, can help. We're seeing right now Bill try to make that adjustment. Anytime you have two mirror image type players, that's when, the adjustment has to come, right? And I was talking about this the other day in regards to Russell Westbrook, right? So Russell, think about it. When he left Oklahoma City, he went to Houston.
Mhm.
And who was he playing with?
James Harden.
James Harden. Both like to do what?
Shoot.
And no, but what
And
else
dribble.
they like? They like to hold the ball. They
Yeah.
like the ball in their hands. And it was a struggle because I think they were both in their prime and they weren't ready to go opposite, even though once former teammates in Oklahoma City. Then he goes to the Wizards and he struggled initially with Brad, but then Brad got hurt. And Russell got the ball, and Russell had a tremendous run at the end of that year with the Wizards. He leaves there, right? He goes to the Lakers. And he struggled. Why? Because
He's not the ball dominance.
LeBron and him.
AD, yeah.
So now he's been humbled. He's had to make these adjustments. People saying he should get cut. People saying, he probably should retire. And now, all of a sudden, he looks like an all-star.
Yeah.
Why? Because now he's playing with somebody that doesn't bump heads with him, right?
Mhm.
And they both have made an adjustment. Like Jokic is not trying to dribble the ball up the court now and get into the offense. He's relying on Russ and, he's deferred some stuff, and he's having a crazy season.
my
The
God.
stat line last night
Oh
was
my
ridiculous.
God. Yeah.
So, but Russ is having a great run, shooting the ball efficiently, all of that. So what I'm saying is whoever the Suns get or can get, they just have to make that adjustment and understand and learn by watching Russell Westbrook. Learn by watching guys that have made adjustments. I go way back a little bit. You remember Ron Harper, right? He goes to the Bulls after Jordan retires, and he was a 20-point per game scorer. And the only reason they got him is because they wanted to replace some of those points. He goes to the Bulls. All of a sudden, Jordan decides he's coming back. And Ron Harper, it was two things going to happen. One, they were going to have to trade him. Or two, he's going to make an adjustment. And Ron Harper, made an adjustment. And he became a tremendous defensive player. He didn't take a ton of shots like he used to. And he won titles.
Yeah.
So that's where it is. Like, basketball is basketball, but the hard part is the adjustment part. So whoever, comes here, if the Suns can pull something off, they're all going to have to make an adjustment. You mentioned, Jimmy Butler. He's going to have to make an adjustment. He's making an adjustment right now in Miami, but it's an adjustment he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero's taking all the shots, right? So he's not happy with that adjustment. So that's what it boils down to. Talking about three talented basketball players, and the adjustment part for them is always the hardest because they're used to being 1A. And so however it plays out, it's going to have to be a rapid adjustment.
In the words of a song, I'm not going to sing it, but
You have to. Come on.
Well, there's a verse where
sing.
basically you say it's the middle finger.
No, why don't you sing?
So first I put up the middle finger, then the index finger
Is that how you
followed.
say?
And that's basically chucking up the deuces. Chucking up the deuces.
That's a good song.
So that's what Jimmy Butler's basically doing to Miami. He's like, hey, I'm out. I don't want to be here. I want to get out of here. But the problem is that Miami does not want to just let him go for the sake of letting him go, because if they just hold on to him to the end of the season, his salary is going to come off the books because Jimmy's going to opt out and he's going to want to go somewhere else. And so that puts Miami in a position of power because they don't necessarily have to make a move if they really don't want to. They could just stick Jimmy out in the corner, suspend him because, conduct detrimental to the team or however they want to label it, and be done with it. But if they want any type of assets, then they're going to have to move him somehow, some way. And obviously, Phoenix has been the team that has been rumored the
It's
most.
starting
And
to be a bunch of more teams, though, right? So, and I
there's
think that's the hard part here is it's so many different dynamics moving because it just can't be. Miami is rumored to want somebody that can actually halfway replace them.
Mhm.
So they're not just looking for draft picks; they're not looking to blow it up. So they're looking to see if they can add so they can get back to their winning ways. That's a Heat culture,
yeah,
So,
but that's going to be difficult,
it's going to be difficult, and maybe they might give into it. Maybe,
especially considering Jimmy Butler is like basically, I don't want to go
maybe they're
to
posturing
these other places.
Well, maybe they're posturing or what have you, but still, right now it seems like that's what they want. And so I got a new Apple Watch, man. I didn't put it on mute. I'm sorry.
Right.
Did you guys see
squirrel?
Did you guys see the report that came out like 3 days ago when they were basically just reporting that Jimmy doesn't really care where he goes now and he just wants to get out, except for Memphis. Can you imagine being a Grizzlies fan?
I did see that. I did see that.
Come on, man.
I mean, Memphis kind of seems like it would fit his identity. But, again, Jimmy Butler is a unique individual.
He wants to go where he wants to go right now.
That's the good and the bad of Jimmy Butler. Like, and if he doesn't like the situation he's in, he doesn't want to be a part of it, he won't. He just won't. That's been his MO.
Media day would be so fun next year, though.
He's a phenomenal player, but there are some things.
I don't even know if he would do the hair stuff. Like, see, I don't think
he definitely would.
I don't think he would.
Oh yeah, he definitely would.
I don't think he would. Like I said, normally when you go to a team and like they already know what happened, like what you're going to be is opposite, like because you got what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to come and a lot of that is like kicking and screaming and just sending a message that you're just going to be weird with them because you're not happy with everything. So a lot of times when the guys get traded, they're normally on their best behavior because it's a new environment.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't expect that. He's a competitor, man. All these guys are competitors, but sometimes the competitive part doesn't add up to the W's. And I think that's why, the Suns are obviously looking in their situation and Miami's upset because they don't want to look, but Jimmy wants them to look. And LaVine's name has been tossed around continuously over the years, and despite what he's doing, and so sometimes that can kind of rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's the nature of this game. It's when you sign up for this game, it's no guarantee you're going to stay in the same place. If you're traveling a tough road, guess what? You still feel good because you're traveling a tough road, but you're still playing.
Yeah.
It's a short league. It's a short career. The average career in the NBA, if you put all the players in there, is 3.5 years, 4 years, believe it or not, people. That's what it is. And nothing is guaranteed. One injury can end your career. We've seen that with numerous players. You just don't hear about them anymore because they've left your mind because you're concentrating on the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blessed to play 17 years. Everybody doesn't get that chance to play to they're 40 years old. Normally when you get north of 30, it's countdown time. Like it's coming to an end. This is a young man's league. And so that's what we are right now. And you got some older players like Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine and, Bradley Beal. They all want to win a title. That's what you play the game for.
Mm-hmm.
So however you can get it. So we'll see how it plays out.
We will see how it plays out. What was your initial reaction to the Suns trading their 2031 first-round pick for 3 first-round picks to Utah? I thought it was a shrewd move. I thought it was good because it gives you more assets to play with, even though, sure, worst-case scenario, that unprotected top 5 pick becomes a top 5 pick, and you can't do anything about it because, and you lose out on that. But I think the juice is worth the squeeze in terms of getting more assets to be able to play with, because that's been one of the things that has held up the Suns in all this, is trying to be able to maneuver despite limited, assets to be able to maneuver with. And so when you're talking about a Nurkic possibly being on the move, but it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to trade somebody like a Nurkic without attaching something to it. And now I think the Suns, obviously, they have something to be able to attach to, something like that, to sweeten the pot a little bit, to entice teams to take a bite.
Exactly. That's what it is. So, I get what people saying, I'm protected 2031, so that's some kid that's in 7th grade right now.
Yeah.
Like, you either want to try to win in the present or you just going to try to keep looking to the future. How many teams in this league have built to the future and they're having success? Like, we're seeing Oklahoma City right now.
But that's few and far between.
Go through it, but it's no guarantee they're going to win.
No.
Like, you see, they don't want to play Dallas. Dallas has played them 4 times this year.
Yeah.
Healthy, unhealthy, and they beat them 3 out of the 4.
And OKC's only lost to the rest of the league 4 times.
Exactly. They don't want to see Dallas.
Yeah.
Hold it. Do you think they want to see Denver the way they're playing right now come playoff time?
No.
Like, or the size of the Lakers or anybody or us. If we're rolling and we're really connected, I mean, are they happy? No. Like, they can be beaten by anybody, even though they're going to finish the year as one of the top records in the league. And they've done all this building and they've done all this. They got all these draft picks. It just lets you know, man, it's so hard to win a title, man.
Yeah.
Like, people want to throw that around on social networking. They want to go at guys and, they go at me and, I want just as many titles as you. They want to say that, but they don't understand the journey. They didn't experience that.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't experienced the journey. You ain't experienced the dollars. Like, you ain't experienced a lot of things, the networking, all of that. Like, the dream of getting to where you are to try to get a championship. It's hard, man. Went to 4 Western Conference Finals, man. I'm telling you, man. And I was fatigued like no other. Like, it's hard. Like, and we had talented teams when we went, but we still didn't get all the way. And so, that so you want to build to the future. You want to build, yeah, but that's no guarantee.
Yeah.
Like, San Antonio's got Wembanyama. He's going to be ridiculous, man. He's going to be unreal. But it's still not a guarantee he's going to win a title.
Agreed.
So what you want to do is try to go for it when you can, too, and be aggressive. And the Suns will always be able to get free agents. So, yeah, okay, say they don't have that draft pick in 2031. That's fine. And somebody might think that they're losing and that's why to be good. But they got to also think about the fact the Suns can go get big-time free agents. And they're going to have a lot of money to spend in 2031.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of money, right? So KD will be gone. He'll be retired. Devin will be at the twilight of his career 6 years from now. Brad will be gone. Just think about it. Like, so it'll be Suns have a ton of money. Players love to come here and play. They'll never have a problem getting players.
Yeah.
So that's just the way I look at it.
No, I agree. There's another fascinating twist to all this when it comes to how people are viewing the Suns and whether or not they should go all in or continue to go all in or blow it up. But we'll get to that after this. Folks, listen, the Suns are trying to do everything they can to build their house in the way that, is satisfactory to their own style and needs and to you guys in the Valley. And you can do that by going out and getting your own home. And the way you're going to do that is going through Carol Royce Realty, one of the best realtors in the game. Her team is fantastic, and they're definitely a fan favorite, if you will. The Carol Royce team will hook you up. They will give you every single resource available to try and get you the best home for your money possible. If you're considering buying a home in 2025, the name to trust is Carol Royce, your home solo guaranteed realty. Move up to one of our listings and we'll buy your home for cash. Have questions, call today or visit Carol Royce online at carolroyceteam.com. That's carolroyceteam.com. Again, they are some of the best out there. You can't go wrong with their team. They have resources to be able to find houses that aren't even listed yet that they know are coming on the market. That's how good they are. They will get you the house of your dreams if you just give them a chance. So please give them a chance. Visit them at CoriolisRealty.com. And also, listen, every neighborhood needs a Circle K. That's just flat out what it is. Circle K, the best convenience store out there. They've got all the goodies for you. If you didn't see us on the Mikhail Madness show last night, Corey and I have a Circle K bet going on, so you should go back and take a look at that because it's pretty interesting. So Henry Baystar, don't let me down. Also, they will hook you up if you just download the Inner Circle app. 25 cents off your first 5 fill-ups per gallon for your first 5 fill-ups. And also, they'll hook you up with 5 free drinks just for signing up. It's that simple. It's free to sign up. It doesn't cost you anything. You get continuous membership deals. You get continuous hookups on gas. You get continuous discounts all over the place. That is the place to go. Circle K, the Inner Circle app. Make sure you get a Polar Pop or a Froster or whatever you would like to satisfy your thirst. And again, it's a snack station. It's elite. You can't go wrong. Circle K. So visit CircleK.com for more details.
All right, you want to do a quick exercise before you get into this?
Sure.
Here are your 2031 free agents.
Okay, 2031 free agents. Go, Shane.
Jason Tatum, Cade Cunningham, Franz Wagner. That could be fun. He'll be 28 at the time. Scotty Barnes, Şengün, 29-year-old Evan Mobley. Any of those interest you guys?
Yeah. See, and that's the point. That's the point. Like, I know people, people love the draft. Oh, the draft. I never liked rookies. No offense. Like, seriously, how many rookies we've seen, like, all of a sudden jump on the team and that team's an automatic championship contender? Like, or they're playing a huge role. Even Wembanyama, as talented as he is last year, he didn't even know what to do. He taking a bunch of threes. Like, now he's starting to figure it out as a veteran. Like, so, yeah, rookies are important. It helps build your team. I get it. But you don't win championships with rookies.
Yeah.
You just don't. And so, yeah, the draft's important. You want to build your team. I'm not being oblivious to that. But I just think sometimes people go overboard with it in regards to, oh, you trading the draft picks because they're looking forward to June so they can just have their little pen and pencil and they can guess and all that. I got you. But, man, think about some of the rookies that have gotten drafted over the last couple of years. And I'm not going to call out names because they're still developing and they're trying to find themselves. But you're getting 18, 19-year-old kids getting drafted in the NBA and they can't play. They can't play right now because they're too young. And we're judging them, which is sad. Like, the main one we're judging is obviously Bronny James, right? We're judging the guy that should have stayed in school, without a doubt. But the way it is, you do leave because the money's in front of you. And now he's being critiqued, because he chased the money, which they all do, and I'm not going to tell them not to. But we don't really know what kind of player he's going to be 2-3 years from now. Like, we just don't, And so that's what a lot of players right now in the league. It's just hard to judge. The number 1 pick last year, Ricochet. I mean, we see the talent, but he doesn't look like a dominant number 1 like we used to get.
Yeah.
Like the Ralph Sampsons of the world coming into the league, right? The LeBrons coming into the league as a number 1 pick. We like, we're not owing for these kids that's coming into the league right now.
No.
Number 1, number 2 pick. Look at Zion. Zion was thought to be just like the next LeBron. Look at him. He can't even stay healthy. So that's a part of it. You got to stay healthy. He's talented, but you got to play. So his body's not letting him play because I thought he came in too soon. He should have stayed in college another year. He should have. Got his body right. Learn nutrition. Let them force feed him weightlifting and being able to be on time and get up and be responsible. That's what college does for you. Why? Because the coach has the power in college.
Well,
he has the power in college. It used to be. Now he doesn't because of NIL. But back when he was playing, he had the power. And I think that's part of it.
Well, the other part of it is also like the transfer rule. Like, a lot of players just
it's because of NIL.
Yeah. Well, they're also just not, listen, they a little bit of resistance and they just, some of them, not all. Some of them just want to bounce.
You don't like it, do you?
What?
You don't like that?
The transfer rule?
Yeah, you don't like the fact that they can do that?
I don't like that there are no limits. Like, you can transfer every year, and there's players that have transferred literally 5 times in 5 years. I don't like that. I think I think there should be a limit, like in terms of like if you commit to a school, you should at least be obligated to give them 2 years, or maybe that's the rule by the third time you transfer or something. There has to be a limit to some degree.
The first mandate they fixed where they repealed it back where you can transfer once without penalty, but if you transfer a second time, you have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got rid of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I agree.
Both of you all make great points, but I'll tell both of you all kick rocks.
Why? Why? Tell me why.
Because those damn coaches leave. You know, if you
but EJ, when they leave, they have to pay a buyout if they leave early.
I don't care.
But they have. There's some penalty.
This is what I
leaving.
don't care. I don't care because they sit in the kids' living room and they convince the family that is the place for their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they leave. So I'm not buying it. I've seen it time and time again in college sports. You know, if you want to be able to control the kids and keep kids, these coaches got to stop chasing the dollar too, because they're chasing the dollar.
But not every coach is like that, though.
Doesn't matter. It's enough of them. It's enough of them.
But if you commit to a program where the coach has not been known to do that, what is that's not even a factor.
It's always out there that he can leave, and that's the problem. It's always out there that he can leave, and they have left. They have left. Bill Self took it behind to Illinois, and he sat there and he recruited all the guys and had a good team, and he left. Like so, and I understood why he left because Kansas was his dream job. So Illinois should have never hired him because they should have known it was a lily pad for him. But the point is, where's the honor there? Like, no, these coaches chase their money, they get paid, they force these kids to wear shoes that they're getting paid for, all of that in the past. So I don't want to hear them complaining. I don't. Well, I don't care. Now they're paying a price. I should be getting money. Please.
Again, like I hear what you're saying, but even coaches that leave, if they leave early, if they commit to a school and then they leave early, there is a buyout that they have to pay. There is a price, there is a penalty that they have to pay to get out of their situation. When these kids up and leave,
they get rewarded on the other end. Saul with a contract.
But when these kids up and leave, there is none of that. There is none of that. You know, and it's starting to come out now that you know, coaches and NILs and donors are requiring some type of a payback.
Coaches pay? What's the penalty?
Sometimes it's usually always
so
financial.
You don't think the spot they leaving is paying them more damn money so they can make up what they getting ready to lose?
It's still a factor.
But no, they get paid.
If Arizona wanted to hire me away from the school that I was coaching at, and it was up to them, and they were originally going to pay me $40 million, but now they're going to pay me $50 to account for the buyout. That's on them,
and they'll do it.
But that's still part of the contractual agreement into getting out of my situation. Now we're getting distracted here by the original premise, but the whole reason why I brought up college athletes is because, you know, there has been this talk about whether or not the Suns should blow this up, and I think there's a misconception out here that blowing it up means like you're stripping everything down to the studs. I think that is an egregious take, and I think that's really just misguided. I don't think that the Suns would ever blow it up to the point where they're going to be right back to the mid 2010s where they were losing for a decade in a row. Like, I just don't believe that. I think that the moves that they would make would be calculated to the point where they don't drop off the face of the earth. They might not be contenders for a short period of time, but it would position themselves to be competitive sooner rather than later, and we wouldn't have that long of a stretch. Maybe a 1 or 2 year down period while you get yourself set up financially to get the assets that you need to be able to build your team up to a level where it's a championship contender. That's where I think the misconception is into blowing it up. And so,
you know why people always go to the blow it up aspect?
Because they don't want to, there's no patience, number one. And then number two, it's like there's a false hope into feeling like, hey, if I know we're not a good team and there are no championship expectations, then I can't get hurt. So I'll just invest completely in this hopeless fucking endeavor, and that can't hurt me because it's hope. And that's okay. Hope can't hurt me. If it doesn't work out, then guess what? We go right back to square one and we hope again. That's why people like it.
Well, that's why, but realistically, it's because in their mind, they've quit a lot in their life. I truly believe that. They've quit a lot. And when things get tough, they quit. When things get tough, they change. These are the people, and I'm not saying all people, I'm just saying these people that's very aggressive in saying this, like especially online and people that are watching us right now, like they have hopped. When things got tough, they hopped. Instead of staying and trying to work it through and fix it and persevere. See, that's why I say sometimes, that's why I call them water boys and couch potatoes, because they're trying to like get into a area where they quit. They quit for whatever reason. You know, I don't run those sprints. Whatever it was. Like, so the easy thing for them to do, blow it up, because they don't want to see past like how to put a Band-Aid on it, how to fix it, how to plug up the dike. They don't want that. Mm-hmm. They just want to quit. That's the frustrating part when I deal with, people on social networking and I see what they say. And it's not just in sports, it's in everything. It's like they always want to quit. We're in a society now, man, where people don't want to work to achieve something. When it gets difficult, they want to quit. They want to blow it up. Like, I come from an environment, man, the way I grew up and how I grew up. Man, if I had quit, I wouldn't be sitting here. I truly would not. I'd be gone.
Probably be dead, yeah.
I'd be gone. Like, if I had quit, if I had given in, if I had, like a lot of my friends did. Like, that is not in me. Like, you want to keep building. The Suns have talent here. You got Kevin Durant, you got Devin Booker. Okay? Yeah, now you have Bradley Beal. Like, try to freaking win. Why you want to blow it up? Kevin Durant's a scoring machine. You gonna go find somebody that can score like him? Go ahead. You gonna find somebody that can run off 6 games of 30 in 7 games like Devin? Go ahead and find them. Please. Please find them. What are you talking about? It's idiotic. Idiotic.
Oh, well.
I want to blow it up. They need to blow it up. You need to go sit down and blow it up. That's what you need to do. And open your mind. Start businesses. What do? They start a business, get all happy. Oh, I'm going to do it. And then as soon as something tough happens, they stop. Go to something else.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, listen, I don't think the Suns should blow it up completely. I have backed off of that in the last week. But I did not think that they would be able to find themselves in a position to win a championship as things were going this year. It just did not look like it was going to be able to get to that point. And I still have my doubts about that. But again, like if you do a calculated blow up, if you will, I think sometimes you have to realize what you are. And there is a certain reality that has got to hit you in the face that you have to face in order to improve your product. And right now, the way things were going for the last basically all season, outside of the first 10 games, it has been a struggle. And you could see that this team ain't going to win a championship the way they're going right now. So how do you fix it? Now, that's also kind of dismissing the ability of this front office to be able to make some moves that can shore up this lineup a little bit better. And I think that's probably the most underestimated part of this. The other part of this is like, listen, I agree wholeheartedly with every sentiment about you go all in to try and win a championship. And I think the Suns have done that. They've done everything they can to try and win a championship. Sometimes it doesn't work out and you have to recalculate or recalibrate and attack again in a different way. And I think that's what we're talking about here. I do not, and I would love to hear your opinion after this break about why nobody should be trashing Mat Ishbia about trying to go all in to win a championship right now. But like I said, we'll talk about that after this break. Listen, folks, obviously, you know, when we're talking about the world of and the state we're in right now, there's a lot of things that are moving parts. And one of those moving parts that you can obviously help yourself out with is taking care of yourself, your health, your mental. And True Leaf and Colt Cannabis are here to help you do just that. If you've never been to True Leaf, it is a fantastic facility, and they host Colt Cannabis, which is a premier flower. And you cannot go wrong with that combination. They do fantastic work over at Colt Cannabis. I've been to their facility myself. It is second to none. And they have so many different strains. They have so many different brands. It is fantastic. And the people at True Leaf and Colt Cannabis want to hook you up every day outside of Thursday by giving you a Magic Marker exclusive. And Magic Marker is a particular type of flower that is fantastic. The Valley has been asking for her, and now she's back. Visit trueleaf.com to find the local shop near you, or place an order and tell them PHNX sent you. Get over to trueleaf.com to find your local shop, or place an order online. It's that simple. And then, you know, listen, when you're chilling, when you're vibing, and you're at the house, sometimes you just, you know, hey, you want to throw on some Shady Rays, baby? You just got to look good. You just want to chill, lay back in the cut, throw on your Shady Rays, have some flour. Colt is fantastic. It is just, again, Shady Rays. You can go and get 35% off of Shady Rays right now just by hitting promo code PHNX. They got all types of polarized lenses. They have lenses. They have glasses for the golf course. They have active wear. They have your casual stuff. And they have stuff that looks good as well. It all looks good, but they have premium stuff. So check them out. You can even go to Kierland Commons over here on the north side by Scottsdale. They will honor the code in person. But again, you got to go tell them PHNX, use that promo code, 35% off at shadyrays.com. All right. There's been this misconception that Mat Ishbia ruined the Suns by buying the Suns, trading away the beloved Twins. If I hear that one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. And ruining this franchise. And I just cannot for the life of me understand why, when we just experienced like damn near 2 decades of an owner that was really tight in the pennies, now we have an owner that is willing to do everything and anything to win a championship, why that would be considered a bad thing. Yeah, things haven't worked out the way you hoped they would, but damn, I would much rather an owner do everything he can to set his team up for success than not. I don't understand. I don't even understand it.
Yeah, you do. I just went through it.
Quitters?
Yes.
Couch potatoes, water boys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because they don't understand, man. Like, that's something that's above them. It's something like, oh, it's not working. Scratch that. No, it's not working. No, scratch that. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and look, and I talk about this all the time. When I do go out and I public speak and I go to companies and talk to companies, it's alarming how many people out there really struggle with, like, the push aspect of their life. Like, you know, it's not many things in my life that I don't think I've quit at anything. I don't think I've quit at anything. Like, it's hard, and sometimes it's a fault, right? Because sometimes I probably should step away from something. But I just can't do it, man. It's just something like, if I commit to doing something, I got to kind of like see it through. You know, it's almost like I decided to go play golf with you for 18 holes, and I got to watch that ugly ass swing you got. And I want to leave, but I don't leave. I stay there and I have to deal with it for 18 holes. You know, it's just those little small examples, man. Like, it just drives you nuts. But for me, you know, I mean, I decided I wanted to write a fiction book. First thing I told people, I'm gonna write a fiction book. You can't do that. Why you gonna do that? I mean, come on, why you doing that? That's gonna be hard. Well, my book will be out. It's done. It'll be out in a couple of weeks. Like, you know, don't tell me that I can't do something. That's Mat Ishbia. I'm telling you, man. How could you tell this man, seriously, how can you tell a man that's 40-something years old and a billionaire
he can't do something?
He can't do something. Are you people crazy? Like, that is the worst thing to do. He believes that he can accomplish anything. Why not? He was a walk-on at Michigan State. a walk-on. If anybody out there been a walk-on, you know you're not treated that well. Okay, you bottom of the barrel. Like you literally are like a manager, okay, but you're on the team. Players look at you sideways. Like, look at the journey he had to go through to get to where he is. All right? But then realizing, okay, NBA is not in my dreams. So you know what? I'm going to take my dad's business and I'm going to like honor him and I'm going to take it to the next level.
I mean.
And people, I'm telling you, it's at the next level. I've been to his company twice. He has over 7,000 employees on a college campus. It's basically, his company is a college campus. Intramural sports. I mean, grocery store, Starbucks in there. It's ridiculous. It's a campus. And how you gonna tell a guy like that who accomplished what he accomplished in a short period of time that he should quit at something? Not happening, man. And so you should enjoy it. Enjoy the journey with him. And knowing that money is no object to him, that he's willing to put himself in a tough situation because he believes that he's going to have success. Has the Suns won a championship?
No.
Oh, okay. And we've had look, come on now. We've had 3 different owners, okay? All right? And they all had their own way of trying to get it done. And, you know, whether you like one or not, however you want to put it, you know, we all had good teams under all 3.
Yeah.
Okay? With a chance to do it. And we still didn't do it.
Yeah.
So you tell us how we're going to win the title. Tell us. Serious. Because it's not easy. The Lakers and the Celtics won all of them.
That sounds like...
Right? Lakers and Celtics won all of them. So, come on. Every now and then we got 6 different teams right now win NBA titles. So we're not chasing one team. Mm-hmm. Like in the past, I got to beat the Lakers. Oh, I got to beat the Celtics. Oh, I got to beat the Sixers. Now you don't even know who to beat.
Yeah.
Because you got 6 different teams. It's hard, man. It's hard. So, you know, the journey is to have talent. You're not winning without talent. I don't care. So you all want these little 8th graders and these little 6th graders, you watching them in middle school and you think they're going to be the answer? How many 8th graders and 6th graders we've seen come in the league over the last 15 years and they were the answer?
OJ Mayo.
How many?
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
It's not. It's not. I listen, I definitely would prefer this than the other. I'd rather the constant evaluation and trying to modify and tweak your roster, regardless of the spend. Would I approach it the exact same way? I think we would all have a little wrinkle that we would put in here and there, but at least you have the resources to be able to do the things that you need to do. And that's what Mat Ishbia is providing the Phoenix Suns right now. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to hoist the Larry O'Brien. And that's the most important part of all this, is like the goal and the intent is in the right direction. It's not, I'm worried about saving money this year. It's not, I need to make sure that the revenue is this or the bottom line is like, there is none of that. It's just, how do we make this facility, how do we make this environment great for our employees? How do we make our team great for a possibility of winning a championship? How do we satisfy the need for fans to feel like they're included in what we're trying to build here? How do we make it easier to access our content, access these games? How do we make the overall experience better overall as a Suns fan? And I think to some degree, it's the fans that have become a little bit of the problem to a certain degree, because it's like we get so wrapped up into some of these small little things, and because of the performance of the team, it denigrates what we think of the team. And I think the overall experience sometimes gets a little misguided. I do think that. And it's hell. We got stan accounts that only care about one particular player or a different one particular player going at each other all the time. It's absurd. It's unrelenting. It's just off-putting. Like, I don't give a shit about any player. I care about the Phoenix Suns. I want the Phoenix Suns to win a championship.
Exactly.
I love Kevin Durant. I love Devin Booker. I love them all the same. I just want to lift a trophy. I want to see them lift a trophy. That's the bottom line. And if you can't get on board with that, then you're not a Suns fan. If you just want to just champion one damn player all the time, that's not what this is about. It's about winning a championship. That's what the Valley's about.
And you can critique them. There's nothing wrong with critiquing them. Like, yeah, it's things that all of them need to improve in. Like, you watch the telecast with me. I mean, I regurgitate it all day long. We got to rebound better. When we rebound, we win. Like, Nick Richards is a rebounding machine. Like, you notice it. So 15 rebounds the other night, easy win. Don't turn it over. Easy win. Why? If we rebound the ball and we don't turn it over, we outshoot teams pretty much every game. But what happens is, because of this, and this is for the couch potatoes, water boys probably understand it, but the couch potatoes, y'all have a hard time sometimes. Okay? If you eliminate those two things, what do you get more of? If you eliminate turnovers and you don't allow offensive rebounds, at the end of the game, what did you get more of in that game?
Shots.
That's how you win.
Outside shots.
It's a simple thing. You get more field goal attempts. The Suns lost to Atlanta, I believe, and shot much better than Atlanta, but Atlanta got 18 more shots. Doesn't matter then. And so that's the key, man, for this team. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm blue in the face. I'm watching it, and I'm biting my tongue on a lot of stuff because I have to at times. But if they take care of the ball and they rebound, they'll win. And so for me, it's not about changing guys. It's about getting these guys to concentrate on it more. And I think lately they've been doing a better job. They finished the trip 3-2, which I thought was a successful trip. They should have beat Atlanta. It should have been 4-1. Okay? But, the rebounding aspect of it, gang rebounding, taking care of the ball, it's gotten better. And those areas, man, I'm telling you, those areas, if they clean that up, they'll start to win more consistently, as they did early in the year.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, just enjoy the ride. Enjoy being a Suns fan. I know it's hard sometimes. And listen, again, wait, whoa, hold up. I know you're about to get to it. And again, in Nacho, I'm not talking about you, bud. Like, I know you go after Beal all the time. Like, listen, and sometimes it's warranted. I don't care about that. What I care about is people just, all they care about is one particular player all the time. And everybody else is irrelevant because this player should always get all the shots, or this player should be the focal point of the team no matter what. Like, it's a team, man. That's just what it is. That's what I'm talking about. You going after Beal is not really what I'm pointing at. But again, it's an overall vibe that I see, and I just wish it would stop.
Yeah, hold it right there. Parton Gaming OG's channel. Okay, so his quote is, "Eddie saying he's never quit is a complete lie. You aren't perfect. Only God is." How dumb is that quote? Like, hold up. I didn't say I was perfect. I didn't say I didn't fail.
That's true. You didn't.
Did I say I didn't fail?
You just said you didn't quit.
I just said I didn't quit. I didn't say I didn't fail. So if you're going to write something, why don't you go get somebody to help you? And kind of lay it out better than that.
Take a look.
Okay? Because it is no way I'm walking around. I am imperfect, dude. That's why I work so hard. I'm imperfect. That's why I work so hard. I'll never reach perfection. No, none of us will. But I haven't quit at anything. I failed, but I didn't quit in the middle of it. I just didn't give up and walk away. I failed. And maybe that's bad at times. Maybe you need to, go to do something else. But, you take it to a point and you realize, oh, I'm done. So my point to you is the energy that I put in was to the utmost 100%, and I failed, and I had to walk away from it. Of course, investments, different things. But I put everything into it, okay? Pardon the interruption.
And with that Thank you so much for joining us on Outside Shots. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the Outside Shots podcast. It is its own feed on your favorite podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, whatever you want to do. And make sure you follow him, JumpShot8, on Twitter, Instagram. You can follow me at Saul_Bookman. You can follow the show at PHNX_Suns. They got a show later on today. Make sure you follow them. I'm sure they're going to have more on Beal and LaVine and who else, Giannis and Damian. I don't know who else is going to be through the woodwork, but we do appreciate you taking the time.
The Lakers.
Well, check me out. Check me out here this afternoon, 3 hours. Okay.
Sirius Satellite NBA radio
2 to 5,
show.
2 to 5 Eastern time. NBA. Get your serious account. You know, check out EJ 3 hours a day, all NBA. We'll definitely be talking Jimmy Butler as we've been the last number of days, and Suns and all of that. I'll be ripping my co-host because he was trying to rip on Devin Booker. When Devin was kind of struggling. Now I don't hear a peep out of him. Bill Simmons. We should trade him. I don't hear a peep out of him, even though I blow his phone up all the time, ripping him. So check that out.
We didn't cure world hunger today, but we did cure maybe a boring Friday morning start. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, folks. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.